Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. Today we have finally done it. We've finally reached the end of the 2020 regular season. This is the final game. And there's not a lot on the line, but there's a little bit on the line, a little bit of playoff positioning. I'll show you what I mean here. We are currently in first place in the Eastern Conference with 16 wins, 6 draws, 11 losses, 54 points, tied with Orlando City with 54 points. So if they win today and we lose, they'll take the first position, but we've got the second position sewn up. Even if Columbus wins, we've got them both in number of wins and goal differential, so that should keep us in the second spot and should keep us out of the wild card round. So no matter what we do, we're going to finish first or second in the Eastern Conference. We don't get any hardware for that. No trophies come with the Eastern Conference Championship that I know of. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you get a plaque or something. You get a jacket with your name on it. Who knows? But in any event, it is a semi-important game, but not like world-ending. Basically, I don't want to end the season on 2 straight losses, because if we take a look at this, we got upset in our last game by San Jose. We had this game. We were winning this game. We were cruising. And then Cabrera made a terrible mistake, an own goal. And that cost us momentum. And San Jose came back, got a second goal. And that was it. We were done. So we're going to go, even though it's kind of an important game, we're going to go with a little bit of a mixed lineup. But first of all, let's take a look at the match preview. We are favored here, 3-1 odds. We're in first place. Atlanta's in 6th place. They've sewn up the 6th position, so they can't, if they lose here, they're still going to be in the playoffs, so at least in the wild card. So they don't have a ton to play for today either. Looks like their goalkeeper, Brad Guzan, is out, so that's good. We've got Romero is ineligible, Mane is ineligible, Piet is suspended. Romero injured himself again in training for 6th month. That could be the end of his career. I mean, he's got a serious recurring injury now, and it ain't looking good for Andre Romero. So we're going to have to, Andres Romero. So we're going to have to probably pick a new captain next year. We'll see what that's all about. But for this year, just bad luck for Andres. I mean, I even tried to baby him at the end of the season. I was having him take a week off of training or three days here and there, like just to keep him through. But if you look at the medical center, he was always up here at very high in terms of injury susceptibility. Just couldn't get him fit at all. So we'll see what's gonna come of him. But look at all the season-ending injuries we've had this season. Romero, Gomez, Sean Blanc. Now, 3 of those guys were out on loan when they got injured. So maybe sending guys out on loan isn't the best idea. But still, that's a lot of season-ending injuries. We had several other injuries throughout the season, but they've all cleared up. So I guess coming together at the right time, but most of them are not match fit, so it's tough to work them into the lineup this late in the season, especially when we have important games. So that's why I'm going to use today's game as a little bit of a warm-up game. We're going to get some of these guys into the lineup to get them just a little bit more match fit before we start our playoff run. I guess we'll take a look at Atlanta real quick before we look at our own lineup. It's Atlanta United. As I mentioned, they are 6th, so they're holding on to that final playoff spot. That 16th in the Supporters' Shield, so everybody in the Western Conference just about is ahead of them. Everybody except for Seattle and Colorado from the Western Conference are ahead of them, but they're going to make the playoffs, and those other teams aren't. So I don't know if that's fair, but hey, what are you going to do? All right, Atlanta United. 3 seasons in the league. They started out very good, finishing 2nd, and they've gone down every season, 4th, and then last year 9th, and this year 16th. So downward trend for Atlanta United. I don't think that's too good. Take a look at their transfer history, see what's up. They picked up Samuel Cantu from Columbus and Luis Felipe Fernandez, 24-year-old midfielder. Pretty nice, pretty nice young player. Valued at only $92,000, so he probably doesn't have much in the way of potential. But just looking at him, he looks okay. They picked up a guy from their academy, David Wolf. Juan Layton, a free transfer, 30-year-old Colombian, valued at $1.5 million. That's a pretty decent pickup. A sweeper keeper / defender. Interesting maneuver. We'll see if we see him in the. We'll see if we see him. We'll see if he's in goal today. How about that? That sounds like a better sentence. Anyway, they had a few draft picks, and then they had picked up Wilson from Atletico Mineiro, 32-year-old Brazilian central defender. And he's pretty decent for an older guy, 32 years old. He's all right. He's capable. I'd play him, sure, no problem. Got him for $450,000. That's kind of a bargain. Let's see what they got for trades. They picked up Victor Ulloa from Toronto FC. That's a good pickup. Yeah, Victor Ulloa. He's a very, versatile dude in the midfield. Can play defensive mid, can play center mid. He can do lots of good stuff for you. Picked up Bradford Jameson the fourth, one of LA's top young players. Doesn't look like he panned out exactly the way they would have liked. A defensive forward, probably a better winger than a forward, but not by much. He's got nice pace, I guess, but nothing else really jumps out at you for a 24-year-old. So he just didn't live up to that potential. They picked up Juan Kitchen from Chicago. 21-year-old striker. He's a little bit better. He's a scorer. Nice size and strength and speed. Decent mentals. Decent technicals. Dribbling and finishing anyway. So, he's an advanced forward type of dude. So he could be dangerous. He can score some goals. 21 years old. Probably a super draft player. Yep. A super draft. He just has that super draft look about him. I can spot him a mile away. And then finally, they traded away Miles Robinson to LAFC for a first-round pick 3 years from now. Good job. Guess they didn't need him. Okay, so not a lot of big moves, but they've still got a good roster. They've still got, Darlington Nagbe and guys like that, Almiron. So they've still got good players hanging around. Meanwhile, we're going to have a pretty strong bench here. Get to our lineup. We got Kyle Aaron on the bench, Raheem Edwards, Mendez. Back from injury, got him on the bench. Junior Ramos on the bench, Lewis Taylor on the bench, Boxall, and Lutweiler. So that's like pretty significant bench, which means we're going to have a whole new different starting lineup. Jackson Amell, Franco, a lot of guys lacking match sharpness. So here we go. Interesting formation here from Atlanta. 4-4-1-1 with Nagbe as sort of an advanced playmaker position there. There's Layton in goal, the sweeper keeper. Let's keep an eye on him. We got Garza, Wilson, Gonzalez. Anderson Louis is still sticking around at the right defense. McCann, Oliveira, Powers, Villalba still there, Nagbe, and McInerney. It's McInerney. Yeah, sure. Why not? He scored a bunch of goals on us. We should probably learn to pronounce his name. But anyway. That's their lineup. Looks like they've mostly got their starters in there. Seems that way anyway. We're going with Thiago in goal. Pantami at the left side. Duverne on the right. Giguère and Chevalier, the two Canadian internationals, going to be holding down central defense. Nasco, Andre has made his way back in the lineup after month absence, maybe 2 month absence. Andre has been gone for a while. Finally back from injury. Finally healthy enough to play. He's still got a high injury risk. We got to play him at some point, though. And we got Lopez in the midfield with him. Petrasso's back in the lineup on the left. We got Jackson Amell on the right wing, and then Gianfranco Vasquez up top. He's scored some more goals for the Canadian national team, so I'm going to try to get him in there, score some goals for us. Been a little upset with Kyle Larin the last 2 games. I guess he got all the goals he needed 3 games ago when he got 4 of them. But anyway, we're the favorites. Go out there and yada yada. Opposition, let's go. McNearney, we need to close down on him for sure. Can we double close down on him? Triple close down? Is that a thing? McCann, Villalba for sure. I don't know that any of their guys are going to come forward. It looks like a fairly defensive, maybe even a counterattack type formation. I don't know. Could be the last time we've seen Jackson Amel. Oh, get out of here. Send the assistant. So here we are, Saputo Stadium, final home game of the season. Next time we're going to be here, we'll be in a quarterfinal matchup in the Eastern Conference playoffs, I guess. Are there quarterfinals, or is it just semifinals and finals, right? 4 teams make it? Yeah, that seems right. Semifinals and finals. Okay, so it'll be a semifinal matchup. Yeah. Got to keep all that stuff straight. Here we go. First highlight. Anderson, throw in. Darlington, Nagbe, Villalba. Oliveira. He takes a shot. Nice supporter section from Atlanta. Look at all those people that have come up. Come all the way up from Atlanta. I don't know how many Atlanta United fans there would be in Quebec, but who knows? They're an international type team, I guess. Should encourage our players to try play a short passing play. We'll see how it plays out. Struggled to keep possession. They've got 68% of the possession. That is pretty bad. Here we go. Jaguar, Andre, Nasco. What are you going to do with it? Get it ahead to Petrasso. Looking. No. It's hard to dribble through that defense, my man, but there's a nice steal. Gianfranco gets it stolen. Here's McInerney on the rush. Again with the goal. This guy scores against us every single game. We drop down to 2nd position. So we knew we were going to have some trouble this game, especially getting forward with Vasquez there. He's still not quite ready for prime time, but we would have expected a little better defense than that. It was just terrible goalkeeping as well. He's acting like a sweeper keeper. Oliveira injured. They have to bring in Victor Ulloa, who's a fine player, so not much of a drop off there. Foul on Nagbe. It's a far cry from Atlanta United of the last few years, where they'd have all kinds of players going forward. Now they just have 2 players. Seems like they're playing more of a counterattack style. I mean, they hit us on the counterattack, so I guess it's not so bad. 36 minutes. How's our ratings looking? Not good. Vasquez, Petrasso, Jackson Amel, all sitting there 6.45. Not so good. But it's kind of a game we wanted them to get match fit, so can't be too upset. Here we go. Vasquez. Free kick. Going to get a corner out of it. At least he didn't blast it into the crowd like they normally do. Here we go. Let's see if Chevalier can get on the end of this. Nope. He drops it back to Jackson. Jackson Amel to Petrasso. He takes a shot on goal. I like it. We're going to get another corner out of it. Let's try this again. Comes Chevalier there, number 4, looking to make a play. Can't get up to it. Jackson Amel gets it again. Out wide to Vasquez. Not a great shot. How's Vasquez looking these days? Still has 18 finishing. He's improved a little at 19 years old. We're going to have to get him more playing time next year. Pantami bombs one downfield. There's Vasquez. All alone versus 8 defenders. Let's see what he can do with it. Gets the ball stolen. I mean, valiant effort, I suppose, but it was him all by his lonesome against the entire, basically the entire team. He's pressing. At least he's trying. See, the rest of the team can show as much energy as Vasquez. Come on, Villalba, Nagby. What's going on here? They are controlling the ball. They do like their passing game. McInerney gets it forward to Villalba. Oh, what a stop by Thiago. He just got that right hand out there. Whew. That could have been 2-0 real quick. So I don't know about this central defense pairing. Doesn't look like the way to go forward. We're going to have Bruno in there with at least one of those guys. There's the second goal. Again, not great defending. Not a good clearance. Went straight to McCann. Easy goal. Chevalier headed it out of there the first time. Villalba crossed it. Wilson headed it down. Yeah. He beat Giguère. Again, Giguère getting beat is in the air. Is somewhat of a common thread. So I think it might be time to switch him up and make him a defensive midfielder. See what we can do about that next season. You know, that will allow us to get Chevalier more involved at central defense. So we'll have to see. That might mean, getting rid of some guys and making room for Giguère at defensive midfielder. Or we could trade Giguère. I don't know. That's a possibility. So many possibilities. All right, analysis. They're going to want us to retain possession and have shorter passes. So, I guess we can do that. We can at least try retaining possession. Let's give that a shot. I don't think that's really going to help, but show me something else. There we go. Let's go. So more than likely, we're going to end the season on 2 losses, kind of the reverse of how we ended last season. Ended the season on a win, and that propelled us. So now we're going to have 2 losses and then a week off, and then we're going to have to play a game against somebody who's won a series. So it's going to be a little bit difficult next time we're here. Hopefully we can get everybody healthy and everybody moving in the right direction. 56 minutes. I think it's been a good season. It's been an entertaining season, up and down. Here's Anderson with the throw in. Ulloa wide open. Good shot, but Thiago's there. We had some trouble with the board this season, something that occurs every once in a while, where you have a lot of expectations for the season, and if you don't fulfill them early, the board starts getting itchy. They get an itchy trigger finger. I'd like it if they took a little bit more recognition of the MLS Cup, but they didn't really. They're all about the Supporter Shield. I don't know if that's just this team or just FM18 or I don't know. But it's not unprecedented in MLS where a coach will win the MLS Cup or come very close to winning the MLS Cup, and in a year or two he's out. So I guess it is realistic to some extent. All right, 67 minutes. Not doing a whole lot. Got a lot of guys who aren't playing very well. What are we gonna do here? Guess we'll bring in. No, we're gonna let Vasquez play it out. Andre, though, we're gonna get him out of there because we don't want him to get injured. He played 60 minutes. That's pretty good. Duverne, we're also gonna get him out of there. Likewise, don't want him to get injured. Nobody else who's really indispensable here other than Thiago. We could take Thiago out, but it's probably not a great idea. Boy, if he went down in this game, that would be brutal. He's been pretty much an Iron Man since we put him in the starting lineup. He hasn't missed a single game, maybe one game. Trying to think back, trying to remember if he's ever had any kind of injury. I think he was maybe injured for like 2 days one time, and that's it. But yeah, he's been pretty good. Made the All-Star team this year. Boxall with a throw-in to Lopez. Going to drop it all the way back to Pantami. Is he going to shoot it? Yep. The youngster takes a shot in the driving rain. 81 minutes and counting. So this turned out to be just an exhibition game for us. Didn't take it as seriously as we could have or should have. Played a rotated lineup getting ready for the playoffs. We'll see if that comes back to bite us or not. Here's Villalba to Ulloa. Ulloa is so good at those long shots. What is his long shooting ability? It's only 12, but he seems to get him on target quite a bit. I played with him extensively with FC Dallas, and yeah, he always seemed to take and make long shots. Pantami with a throw-in. Gets it to Lopez. To Velasquez. Gets it stolen. Gets it back. Centers it to Jackson Amel. Our offense is not looking very dangerous at the moment. Atlanta's just packing in the defense because they know we don't have much in the way of firepower out there. Pantami is going to send it downfield. There's Petrasso. Gets past one man. Centers it back to Jackson Amel. He shoots it off his own man. That's what happens when you have all these guys in here who aren't used to playing with each other. They get in each other's way sometimes. Victor Ulloa's slow playing it. Powers, McCann. Atlanta's going to play it around. Going to try to matriculate down the field. Nice steal by Nasco. Lopez bombs it forward. There's Vasquez. Past one man. Oh, he rockets it. Can't get it on target. Man, when he clicks, he's going to be so dangerous. Sitting at a 6.1 rating right now. If he ever clicks, if he ever puts it all together. Nice steal by Petrasso. He gets tripped. No injury, please. Thank you. There's 2 seconds left, so I don't know what's going on. And we're going to lose. That's what's going on. 2-0. Okay. So, not so good. Dressing room. I don't even want to talk to you boys. Hand that over to the assistant. Get out of here. So let's see if it held. Atlanta secured their spot, which they probably weren't going to lose anyway. Post-match, I don't care. Get out of here. Vasquez vows to end goal drought. All right. Good for you. See if you... I don't think you're going to get another chance this season unless something terrible happens. Again, Vasquez, I don't think he's a lone striker type dude. I think he's definitely a partner, a second striker. So if we ever play him again, it'll probably be in the 4-2-4. Oh no, Duverne picked up an automatic suspension. Come on, man. That is unexpected. I didn't look at the yellow cards. I didn't see how many he had in a row. So not so good. So we finished, looks like, third in the Supporters' Shield. Not going to show us stages. Wild card. Eastern Conference, how about that? Okay, so we did finish atop the Eastern Conference. Orlando couldn't pull off the victory. So we finished tied with them, ahead in goal differential, 15 plus 15 goal differential. So our goal differential took a little bit of a hit the last 2 games, but we're still pretty positive. That's nice. So we finished the season 16 wins, 6 draws, 12 losses. We picked up 2 losses there at the end of the season. Not so good. But we are going to have the first the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So we qualified for the next round with Orlando. Then we're going to see Columbus go against Atlanta and NYC versus Philadelphia. We'll see who comes out of that mess. Who do I want to see from that mess? I want to see, of course, Philadelphia. We got their number. Columbus, also, I wouldn't mind seeing them, but they would probably be the 3rd seed, so they'd probably play Orlando anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want. So Philadelphia, I guess. I don't really want to see Atlanta. They got too much talent. And we just lost to them, so don't have a lot of confidence there. Take a look at the competitions again. Team stats, how did we finish? 4th in goals, 55 goals on the season. Portland finished with 65, so they really had their act together offensively. Headers completed, we are not on the list. San Jose top in that percentage, so that's really bad. Shows, I think, how poor our back line does in the air when we've got good strikers, good tall strikers who should win headers. It's all about your central defense when it comes to winning headers, and ours is just not very good in that area. Possession, again, we're not anywhere on this list. San Jose number 1, LAFC Vancouver 3rd place. Tackles, not on this list at all. San Jose again, up there on top. Least concession, we tied with Columbus for 7th, 40 goals allowed. And look at that, Portland, number 1. So most goals scored, least goals allowed. I mean, that's how you win the Supporters' Shield right there. Orlando City next with 36 goals allowed. Most shutouts, Orlando City. We were 8th in shutouts with 11 on the season. They were 1st with 16. There's Portland with 13 on the season for 4th place. Most fouls, RSL. We're up there with 8th, so we came back and got some fouls in the second half of the season. I guess that's good. I don't know. Most passes completed, LAFC, San Jose right up there with 81% apiece. 16,000 passes completed. Okay, that's a lot. Most crosses completed, 4th in crosses completed. That's pretty good. 16%. Anything above 15% is where I like to be, so that's pretty good. Portland, number 1, with 17%, so they probably got a lot of their goals. 65 goals, that doesn't seem possible. They got all of their goals. All of their goals came from crosses. Okay, good to know. Hitting the target, Vancouver number 1, 44%. It's pretty bad that nobody's over 45%, and we are not on the list anywhere. That's surprising for how many goals we scored. To not have a very good shots on target ratio, I think, is indicative of something. We're lacking something up front. Kyle Larin, has bouts of flakiness, where he just misses easy shots. So I don't know what we can do about that, but we shall see. Anything else we want to look at? Look at the league stats again. I mean, we just looked at these not too long ago. Goals, Kyle Larin jumped up there with 14 goals and 15. He only had 17 appearances this season, half the season. That seems wrong. I mean, I guess he was injured for a while and he had some international leave duty, but we got to get more than 17 games out of Kyle Larin. We can't have that. Mendez, 29-year-old, so he came on. He didn't play a lot for us. He had 9 goals, so he played 16 games. That's crazy. So he played a lot for us early in the season. I guess when Kyle Larin was out, that's when Mendez was playing. He got 9 goals, 7 assists, so I don't know. I mean, that's slightly better production than Kyle Larin, honestly. Dupuis, 8 goals. Jackson Amell, 5. Raheem Edwards, outstanding season from Raheem Edwards. 5 goals, 10 assists. It's really good. 7.06 rating. He had 26 appearances total. Outplayed Petrasso. Petrasso had less appearances, less goals, way less assists, much worse rating. So take that as you will. D'Alessandro, only 9 appearances, but 3 goals, 5 assists. Very good late season pickup, 7.5 average, our leading average man, so outstanding. Vasquez, only 1 goal, 1 assist on the season, only played in 8 games. When you're going to have to get more out of him, I mean, he's such a talented kid. There's going to be opportunities for him next year because we got a lot of guys with their contracts running out. Average rating, D'Alessandro and Mendez, our 2 acquisitions, our 2 panic buys this season, turned out to be pretty good, both with 7.5 ratings. Kyle Larin, for all of his struggles, 7.41 rating. Junior, outstanding season in the midfield, 7.18 rating, only 3 yellow cards, 5 assists. I guess that's pretty good. Played 29 games for us. That's good. Piet, Dupuis, Edwards, a lot of reserve guys in there who played very well. So we had a pretty good season, just not good enough. And hopefully we can improve things next season. But next season isn't here yet. We still got some playoffs. So we're going to come back for that, come back for the semifinals of the Eastern Conference playoffs. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.